Hello everyone, and welcome to what is probably one of my favorite runs that I've ever done. QUINCY, BEZ, and 60k spare on the hardest map in the game, Bloody Puddles on CHIMPS. First, let's talk about the early game a bit. If you've seen normal Bloody Puddles early games, this is definitely not it. Usually you go for airburst as quick as you can, which is round 19 if you're a psychopath, and round 21 if you're slightly less of a psychopath. But here, because QUINCY's early game is actually good, I decided to come up with a whole new early to get QUINCY on round 13, and then go for Adasaurus instead of airburst. Just because Adasaurus is a much better tower than airburst while being slightly more expensive, and it'll also transition into the mid-game a lot better, actually synergizing pretty well with BADS because BADS likes to create a whole bunch of very small Bloons, and Ada just chomps those right up. This early game took a bit to figure out, and yeah, I get Ada here pretty early on 22, and I don't actually merge immediately because it actually killed me on 23 to merge immediately, which is a little stupid. So yeah, after that I'm just rushing a degree 6 Adasaurus as quickly as I can, because then it'll solo the early game pretty much, and I'll be able to greed a discount village very early. Outbuffing QUINCY is probably the most cost-efficient support for him because he just pairs very well with it, has pretty good uptime, and it also makes his early game damage like actually usable in the mid-30s and like up to the late 40s. Round 49 was actually one of the weirder rounds in the early game, mostly just because I had to gamble that QUINCY Rapid Shot wouldn't just like miss a ceramic. I kind of needed to get good explosion timing, which did happen in my winning run, so that's pretty cool. And even then the right side was really close. With BADs afforded on round 50, the save up to BEZ could begin, after out-buffing it of course. And yeah, this mid-game was very, very easy, with the exception of 63, 78, and 81, which I will talk about in more detail later. '63 was really rough because originally I bought Full Metal Jacket on the Shrapnel Sniper just to be able to deal with the leads easier, because the leads are the hardest part of this round for this setup, just because they'll end up blocking BADs a lot. But by doing that, I didn't have enough money to afford BEZ in time on 81, so I had to go back all the way and cut the Full Metal Jacket upgrade, which took a bit. But it took less time than I thought. I thought it would be much harder to cut the Full Metal Jacket, but it really only took like a few minutes. '78 was weird just because Quincy's Storm of Arrows cooldown is just slightly too long. I had to use the ability a little bit before the Ceramic Wave came out and just hope that it lasts through the entire wave, just so I could get it barely back quick enough for the second wave, which was very close. Ada had to clutch up a little bit. Like, actually, this is why Ada is better than Airburst confirmed. I really would have liked to use a Storm of Arrows on 80, but I couldn't because 81 required it. And now that we're on round 81, this round was so stupid. As I said earlier, I had to go back and cut the Full Metal Jacket on the Sniper just so that I could afford BEZ in time. And yeah, pretty much I had to target BADS off screen to damage the first few BFBs early. And then I had to move it back over here on this straight line to kill 3 BFBs at once and Storm of Arrows it. This is why I needed Storm of Arrows. And then keep that first right one damaged a little bit, move BADS back, and just rapid shot to deal a lot of damage to the left and pretty much completely destroy it. And now I'm $200 away from BEZ, so I have to kill like half of the BFB to afford it. And with that, I said GG for the run because I didn't think any round after this was really going to be difficult. And I was kind of right. No round after this was particularly difficult. 96 was a little annoying, 98 was a bit weird, and 92 was just pure gambling, but we don't talk about that. '96 was annoying because BEZ really does not like having to split attention across multiple lanes at the exact same time, and even with QUINCY Rapid Shot, this round was just a little stupid. Unfortunately, round 98 did require me to get a Moab press, so that early game boomer didn't go to waste. And pretty much the strat for 98 here is just to kill the left side as quick as possible with help from Quincy's rapid shot for that insane burst, and take the right side a bit slower because BEZ is going to have a good angle for that. And yeah, 98 is a really long round, so I had to stall the right side for quite a while. Press was just the cheapest option. Other things also definitely would have worked, like a Sabo would have worked, but that's just more expensive. So, unfortunate. Finally kill the left here. Definitely could have killed it a bit faster. And now BEZ just takes care of the right pretty easily. Except when a lot of things start to pop at the same time, I do have to use a Storm of Arrows just to clear up a lot of things so that BEZ doesn't pierce cap. And even with all of that, that's a little close. One final rapid shot just to help a little bit with the bad layer that BEZ already solos. And then one final Storm of Arrows. And with that, I had beaten Bloody Puddles Chimps with Quincy, BEZ, and almost $61,000 spare. I hope you guys enjoyed this run. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye. Also, from my knowledge, this is the most cash spare with BEZ on any of the true expert maps, and also the only one that doesn't involve significant cheese. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, actually, bye now.